I was trying really hard to like maintain focus, but you guys were writing hilarious shit in the roll 20.
Minus 5 earphones.
I actually had a secret thought that like as soon as I saw low light vision, like he's a half elf, but he probably has like clipped ears or something, so he's incognito. I didn't have any idea about the rest of that.
Yep.
My other thought, it's either that or you're a half orc and you just have a shitload of makeup on.
I've been wondering about the half elf thing since like session 2, but I was like, there's no other
Or
way.
am I?
Double bluff. I'm actually from Gelgan.
I'm actually Cthulhu.
Reina comes out with Kenji. Kenji, even though you tried on many yukatas, your biceps were just too fucking strong, and you ripped through all of them.
I try to warn her. This is why I don't wear shirts.
Well, it's fine. We don't have to pay for any of these that don't fit you, so everything's okay. But at least I got to change out of the armor. Now I look like a real Ronin. Without the Tanata symbol, I'll probably get a lot less people asking about me. So, yeah, you guys come out of the stores here.
Kevin just showing off the fact he has 8 different images of the same chick with different levels of costume.
I have so many images.
Is she from the L5R or what's she?
No, the majority of these pictures are from Nobunaga's Ambition.
Ah, okay. I figured something like that.
Which is a RTS, also produced by Koei. So, yeah. So you guys come out, and notably, Reina has been paying for everything out of her own wallet, which is her purse is fat,
Thicker than a Snicker.
I mean, that makes sense because Kenji basically just gives out his money to people who ask for his money.
Right.
Yeah, thanks, Kenji.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot I even gave you money. Role play.
Yeah. Because Kenji has no money, and Reina is fucking
I mean, if Abs were money, he could retire, but unfortunately, no.
This is a masterpiece right here. And you guys go to I'm enthralled. You guys leave a store, and as you're walking down the street, there is a man who says, excuse me, would the two of you like to take a look at some exotic silks? And Reina's like, oh yes, definitely. Man, it's so nice to finally be in a trade town.
Are we on a mission?
Huh? What? Yeah, we're gathering information, Kenji. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me what the situation is in the town? And the man's like,
Kenji's just like, yeah, we're doing research now.
What are you referring to, young lady? Believe it! Woo! Okay, I'm gonna change it back now. Too much work.
I love the outline.
The outline looks pretty good, Austin.
That's a great outline.
It really is.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn, actually.
Fucking incredible. Oh my god. This man says, oh well, things are okay here in Yamashi. When the Chubo clan took back the capital, they started to put a lot of attention into the administration and infrastructure in the province. But the reality is, and he like kind of looks around and he says, the real person who owns this town is Lord Joyo. In fact, Lord Joyo owns everything in the Imperial province except for the capital itself. And Reina says, oh well, that's not so bad, right? Lord Joyo is loyal to the shogunate, isn't he? And the man says, Lord Joyo, huh? He was loyal to the Dorminians too, and the Yomi before them. Lord Joyo is only loyal to one thing, Kane. And Reina's like, interesting. How long have the Gokudo been in town? And the man says, Gokudo have been in town for decades. They practically run the underworld here in Yamashi. In fact, Yeah.
How would you find them?
Oh, if you want to find a Gokudo, the best place would be the red light district. They run all the brothels, and they have a couple of gambling halls too. Gambling, of course, is illegal, but the Joyo don't care. Under the Shogun's law, they can do whatever they want as long as a Roju signs off on it. And when he says Roju, he's like referring to Lord Joyo, because Lord Joyo is a Roju as well. Reina says, interesting. Now about these silks, and like the man like starts to show you guys some silks, and then you guys hear a voice, and you guys are like in this alleyway, looking at these silks. Look who it is! A guy walks up into the alleyway, and there's 3 other guys with him. And then the other side of the alleyway, there are 2 more guys, and they all got swords. And this guy, his hand is bandaged, but he's missing a pinky, and it's all bloody and shit. And he's like, you fucking Roshigumi. Hey, you remember me?
No. Who are you?
What the fuck? And when I went back, the patriarch took my pinky! And he like holds up his hand and like, yeah, he's fucking got one pinky.
You should be nice in restaurants.
Fuck you, man. We're not in a restaurant, and you and your girlfriend are gonna pay. Get them, boys! And they draw their swords, and then the stall vendor's like, I'm sorry, they paid me well. And he like closes his roll some initiative.
All right.
Okay, all right.
These poor bastards. They just signed up for their own beating.
Reina goes first, and she says, are these guys friends of yours, Kenji?
It's like, oh, I remember. No, that's the guy I beat up because he was mean to the waitress and the Roshigumi in the restaurant.
Oh, cool. Okay. And then she like reaches over and she grabs like one of the sticks that like holds up like the stall and like rips it off of the stall and like turns into a makeshift spear. And
or Kenji just hands her the quality spear he took from her brother.
Oh, you're carrying it? Okay, yeah, she just takes that.
She does it anyway, just like
drops the stall.
And then she dual wields. You have like all these bags like hampering you down. Here you go.
When combat starts, Kenny just puts all of them into his mouth.
She says, we're outnumbered. They might have more friends. Let's break through some of the weaker ones. And she targets the 2 behind you guys. Okay, well, she takes the quality spear and swings it. And you guys are in a narrow alleyway. So it like slams up against like the sides. And she's like, damn it, I can't use the reach of this. She'll take it though.
Dink.
Dink. Okay, she hits one. And she hits the other one, so fuck. And does 14 damage to one of them in the back here. And they like yell out, and basically you guys are like kind of like squeezing, like you're almost like back to back with each other. And these guys are trying to like squeeze past each other, but they can't like get past each other, so they're also like tightly narrowed up. So in other words, when you deal damage to one side, you deal damage to like all of them until you get it.
Okay.
Kenji, it's your go.
Split your lungs with blood and thunder.
17 hits.
All right, 11 damage to one dude, and if I have to roll it again, focusing on the one who was already injured, or I guess
you deal 11 damage and you hit the ringleader, and he's like, "Yeah, you goddamn bastards, cut him down, fucking cut him down."
Kenji is just breathing steam.
This is against Kenji, and then this is against Reina. Okay, this is gonna be real spicy.
You guys just die in a die.
It's gonna be real awkward if I come back with Reina dead.
Well,
10 damage to Kenji, and then
what's he attacking me with?
He's stabbing you with a knife, a dagger. He's piercing.
All right, so that'd be 3 less, and I have 6 temporary hit points. So I take 1 actual damage.
And Reina takes 28 damage. Oh man,
Jesus, Reina.
But yeah, they stab Reina, and she's like, "God damn it!" And she says, "Behold the technique of my family. I'll stab you to pieces." And power attacks.
There we go.
I thought for a second.
Okay, Akeji, you might have to carry here.
She has a plus 11. Oh my gosh.
She is a fighter, 5th level fighter.
Oh yeah, dude.
But sometimes you just roll low.
Yeah.
Alright, hits 1. So another 8 damage. One of the guys goes down in the alleyway behind her. Kenji.
All right. I use my intimidating glare. So does a DC 15 beat their will save?
It does.
All right, cool.
They are intimidated. Oh fuck! But they're all like yelling and cursing. Oh! Oh, mama!
34 damage.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! All right. So you
Apparently-
you swing with your Nodachi, and you're aiming at the guy who's had like his hand burned, and he like screams and like throws a guy in front of him, and you just behead that guy. He falls to the ground dead. And you cut down a second guy as well. So there's 2 in front of you now.
So apparently I'm a ranger with favorite enemy Yakuza, because Jesus Christ.
Jesus fuck, you fuck on Yakuza.
That's even my only
Whoa.
attack. 8.
Jesus.
An additional 15 damage.
Oh my god. Okay. So the guy whose hand burnt and the other guy are still like standing in front of you, but they're both bloodied, and they're like, ah shit, we need more men! More men! And they like start yelling, and you can hear like the sounds of more men like running towards the alleyway. They will attack you. 14 damage. As they stab you. And then this is against Reina. Alright, they miss Reina. Okay. Alright. Reina's go. And she's like, God damn it, okay, I definitely have the distance now. Boom! There you go. Fuck.
That would have been a crit even if it wasn't a 20.
Yeah.
Is she using a long spear or a normal spear?
A normal spear.
Okay.
She deals 26 damage and kills the other Gokudo behind her. And she says, Kenji, this way! We have to get out of this alleyway.
Okay. And then like I kind of come down from rage. Sorry, sorry.
And she like runs forward like out of the alleyway.
It's like look over rage. I think I might have went a bit overboard. There's just a man like, my hand!
And you follow her, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the Gokudo is like, you're marked for death, Roshigumi! You're marked for death! You hear me?
Dude, at this rate, this guy's not gonna have any lips left. She's gonna be Nubby McGonagall on the side of the road.
There's just another Gokudo member who just carries him. This dude has like 4 blades attached to his stumps, and he just spins them around. I will have my revenge.
And
Okay.
and you guys run out, of the alleyway into the restaurant area, the restaurant district. And when you guys get out, Reina says, oh man, well, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun in this town, but maybe I'm gonna have to start getting used to using swords. What do you think, Kenji? Do you want to do some cross learning?
Kenji's like, I mean, yeah, we spar anyway. Sure.
All right. Then I'll teach you some spear techniques, and you can teach me some sword techniques.
Sounds good. Oh, hey, that's the restaurant we went to. Let's go in there.
Okay, yeah.
She'll
And
teach you
I just
some
stepped through the
spear techniques.
They see Kenji, and they're like, oh!
I am once again also covered head to toe in human blood. Like,
roll a perception check as you start to enter the restaurant.
We just need to live in this hot pot place. At least we have free food there.
Hey, this is your new safe house. As you enter, you see out of
we
the
might
corner of your
legitimately
eye,
just annex this place.
there's like a crowd of people. There's like cops like running into the alleyway. They're like, "What's going on here?" And there's like more Gokudo,
Yeah.
and they're like yelling. And then you see in the crowd,
Oh, that guy
oh
again.
man, dum dum.
I think I'm gonna go up to him because I recognized him last time. He's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I was trying to get silks with my friend, and your men attacked me, and I may have cut several of them. They attacked me in an alley. I'm real sorry. I don't mean to keep doing this." As I am once again
he
drenched
like, looks
entirely, like dripping with blood.
There's like a guy reading a newspaper, like, man, this is so interesting. And he like grabs a newspaper and he like puts it in front of his face.
Like, okay. Well, okay. It's like we see it here.
You.
And I'm like, I'm just a little very like, does that sobbing noise sound familiar? Just Makoto weeping.
Makoto weeping, yeah. All right, and you guys reunite with the rest of Roshigumi as we
just open the curtain. Oh, hey guys, just cover.
I'm just being crushed.
You guys, well, you won't believe. Arata's a fish man.
He
Help me.
Yeah.
Oh, hot pot.
I also won't say anything about what Arata told him unless like Arata like wants to share.
Yeah, I'll fill in you guys as well.
She's like, Makoto, can I borrow a napkin?
Reina seems shocked, and she's like,
Moyasu will tap Arata on the shoulder, maybe press the digitation.
Got it.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
Smells of ozone in here.
that's kind of incredible. I didn't know I was in the presence of some real nobility.
Oh. Kenji's just looking bright-faced at Arata. Half elves. I met another half elf. We're gonna be best friends.
We're gonna be elf friends. We're gonna be half elf friends.
I mean, sure. Okay.
It's the only takeaway Kenji really gets from it. Be like, well, that's good, Arata. I'm glad we got to have our heart to heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Me
it's
too.
safe to say don't say any of this in public. As he looks at the restaurant that we're eating in.
And Kenji just says in Elvish, "Oh, don't worry, I won't." Does Arata respond to Elvish at all?
I don't speak Elvish.
I'm going to teach you Elvish.
Okay, that might be useful.
All right, and then we're gonna wipe as a man enters the restaurant, flanked by policemen, and they start to move towards the Roshigumi.
I might have made a crime. I might have made a crime.
Roshigumi! Back at the Imperial Capital. Sir Hanjo? And Hanjo's like, Lady Imisaga. Hello.
Lady in the saga. Uh-oh, wait, do I know that last name?
Hero can use his assurance. Okay,
Hero, tell me who these
Kiboku.
people
It sounds
are.
so familiar to you. It sounds so incredibly familiar, but you just can't place it.
All assurance. I'll use assurance.
Oh, assurance. Okay, yeah, I was waiting for you to roll for some reason. No, yeah. In the northwest of Chusei, if we take a look at the world map real quick, you can see that here are the lands of the north. Here are the lands of the Saijima, now taken over by the Keldans. And here are the former lands of the Okamiyama, also taken over by the Keldans.
You know, if we put Arata back on the throne, that's a lot of land we get.
And then here are the lands of the Nagira, but originally these lands belonged to a different clan, the Imisaga, whose symbol is the Barracuda. And
Barracuda.
like the Okamiyama, the Imisaga have roots in the Yaibu traditions and are Yaibu themselves. And this girl says, Sir Hanjo, I didn't know you'd be back so soon. And Hanjo is like, he seemed like kind of like embarrassed around like the kids and the squire. He is beat red, like in front of this girl. And he says, wow.
Hanjo. I like toss up. I like flick a scroll brain to him. Wink.
Oh, he like takes it and he says, "Oh, Lady Imisaga, let me offer this to you." And she like seems to like come to her senses, and she like bows and she like takes it and she eats it, and then she says, "Ah, Hina," and he says, um, we're here on business. We hope to see the Shogun." And the girl says, "Sir Hanjo, forgive me, children, why don't you go with Momo and play for a bit?" And she like looks at Momo and she like kind of like, "Yeah, go check the kids." And like he's like, yes, milady, Akihime, come this way." And the kids are all like, bye, Wolfie man, bye, Mr. Monkey." Like wave at Hero.
Wait, they call Hero Monkey Man?
So they leave. The girl says to you guys, she like takes you guys with her to like a secluded area of the palace, and she says, "Hanjo,
Area.
it's fine for you to come here, but these men," and she like looks at them and she says, "Tell me, they're with the Roshigumi, aren't they?" And Hanjo says, "Yes, but," and she says, "You idiot! If the opposition sees them, this will be bad for the Shogun." And Hanjo says, we've been careful, careful. Anyways, no one will recognize them. No one knows that they're with the Roshigumi. No one even recognizes me half the time." And like this girl like looks at him like, and Hanjo is like clearly sweating.
I think everyone in the capital knows them.
"And for what reason have you come to see the Shogun?" And she kind of like narrows her eyes at Yuboku and Hiro. "Who are you anyway?"
I'm Iboku Matsume. I'm from the north, like you.
"Oh, uncle." And she like bows her head to you and like says like some respects in Yaibu to you. She says, "We may not have been from the same clan." And then she like looks at Hanjo. "I can see now though why Hanjo brought you here. You're like a neighbor to me. In fact, the Okamiyama, they would have helped us against Nagira if it wasn't for their own issues, of course."
Yes. The north has suffered greatly in this war.
And she like nods her head, and then she looks at Hiro expectantly.
Hiro does-
Hiro leaves the children. Does he?
Hero will bow. I am Hiro Deki. I am here as hopes to speak with Akame to apologize for the despicable actions of my forefathers and attempt to regain honor to my family name.
And she says that she doesn't know the Deki that well, but she does know that the Shogun does not favor them.
Yes, they have not been friends with the Shogun in the past, but I hope to change this.
She like looks at you guys and she looks at Hanjo, and then Hanjo is he like shrugs, and then she says, "Follow me," and she takes you guys to like a side entrance of the palace. You guys enter the Capitol building, and this is a large palace, and it is quite nice, quite beautiful. You can see that the walls are covered with relics from the Kulanese dynasty of Chusei, as well as the Chugo shogunate, and as well the Yomi shogunate. There are even some like scrolls and tapestries from when Dorminia occupied the palace. Interestingly enough.
Very cool.
Yeah. And as you guys walk through, there are a number of ministers, and they kind of like glance at you, but with Lady Imisaga leading you guys are able to get through pretty easily. And when you guys arrive, eventually she like takes you up like some floors. There are like 13 stories to this building, by the way.
Damn.
And in Chusei,
I'm like crippled and like slow down.
in Chusei, like a capital building or like a palace or a temple will have a number of pagodas. An odd number is always auspicious, and normally, like normal temples and shrines will have 3. A really like big extravagant one will have 6 or 9, and this one has 13. It is fucking big.
Damn.
She takes you up to like the 11th floor of it. And on the way, she like asks if she can help Sir Yuboku like climb the stairs. Like she'll offer like her shoulder to him and stuff.
Yeah, he'll take the help.
Yeah, and she'll like help him. Yeah. And when you guys get to the 11th floor, this floor is where Lady Akame's audience chamber is, her personal audience chamber. You're lucky, Hanjo. She isn't having court right now, but I'm sure she has a meeting with one of the Roju or the Wakadoshiori. You can't just go barging in. You have to ask for an appointment. And Hanjo says, yeah, of course. I know that. We're going to ask for an appointment. Look, there's Sir Mori now. There are some heavily armed Chusei guards. And these guards outside of Akame's chambers look a little bit different. They don't look like normal samurai. All right, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, I remember
War
these
monks of Chugo.
Yeah.
And these guys, you guys saw Shifu, the Soba Yonin, when he came out to help you guys. These guys are dressed like him in holy vestments of monks who have come down from the mountain or like other sects of Chugo, the war god. And they're not like wielding. Maybe some of them are wielding muskets, but they're all wielding like naginatas and like heavy swords, and they're all built, and they're all 7 feet tall. Like these guys are giants. And when you guys approach, there is a man at a small table making some notes. And he sees Lady Imisaga first, and he says, young Chiaki, what brings you here? And then he sees Hanjo, and he's like, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. And then he sees Yuboku and Hiro, and he's like, oh, no, 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 no. And then he sees Katame. And he's like, oh, hell no. Hell
I thought somebody was going to be like, dog can stay.
no, 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 no.
Yuboku's just like raised eyebrow, like, what is wrong with you?
And Hanjo is like, Sir Mori, we're here to, and he says, Hanjo, I don't care what you're about to say. You are not going to see the showman today. And that is that. She is 100% completely booked. Look at all these appointments. And he like throws out like this big scroll of all these appointments on it. And Hanjo doesn't even look at it. He's like, yeah, I know she's busy. But this is really important. Look, really important. We can leave the dog outside. I mean the wolf. The dog. Trained dog. Well trained, potty trained dog. And this man says, on my life as Castellan, as now Sadamori, you are not getting into this room. And he like looks at the war monks of Chugo, and they like cross like their spears. I'm looking at the party like you guys gotta.
Oh, and we tried. Thank you for your courtesy.
All right, we'll just go back now. Goodbye.
Zero
It's
resistance.
a very long way. What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Now Sada Mori.
Now Sada, Lord Mori. We've come quite a long way, and I'm not a man of letters to be able to write to send of for an appointment. Yeah, this won't take long.
And who exactly are you?
My name is Iboku Matsume. I am a minor clan under the Okayama. I bring news from the north.
And he looks at Hanjo and Lady Imisaga. Is this true? And Hanjo says, it is. I swear my life on it. Sir Matsume has come from the north. And this is Hiro Deki. And then I was like, no! Hiro Deki! Here.
Excuse me?
I have returned from my exile, hoping to correct the wrongs of my family and seek repentance from the shogunate by pledging my allegiance and the allegiance of all remaining Denki.
Aren't you last remaining Ducky?
Yeah, but it sounds more important when he puts it like that.
That's fair.
And he like looks at the guards and he's like, just throw them out now. And then the guards start moving towards the party.
You gotta kill him to still way to get an appointment.
Yeah, I doubt that we can fight these guards.
Halt.
Wait, whoa.
And a large man in Chigo
Hey.
priest vestments.
Moyasu did beat Moyasu.
Yeah, Moyasu did beat Moyasu too. Comes out and he says, Hiro Deki has returned from a long exile, and this wolf of Yaibu has returned to seek an audience with the Shogun. It should not be turned away so easily, Lord Mori. And the Castellan, by the way, is wearing Chugo clan like clothing. Like, he is a Chugo clan member. He says, Shifu, I understand, but Lady Akame is in a personal meeting right now. It's a personal, private meeting. We can't just interrupt it. These men have risked their lives. I'm sure that you know that just by being here in the capital, you are putting everything we are working for at stake. Yet you have come for a good reason, have you not, Sir Yuboku? Sir
I
Hiro?
have.
And this guy, Shifu, looks at Hiro. He looks deep into Hiro.
And
he
Hiro
says-
looks back.
He says, I see the years have changed the young Deki. Allow him to speak with the Shogun, Sir Mori. I will take responsibility as Soba Yonin. And Sir Mori like shrugs his shoulders and he says, I do not have the authority to defy you. Let them through.
Thank you, Chief.
And the guards step aside, and then Shifu he like nods his head and he says, simply do not waste this miracle. And go ahead and roll me a D7 to determine which high-ranking minister you guys walk in on.
Oh fuck.
I rolled a 1.
Critical success!
So it's
Oh!
it's poor Lord Ulrich and his little cot who is wheeled to a comet.
No. It's gonna be the worst of the worst.
It's gonna be like the Asugi and Tanada who are having like a meetup with the Shogun and be like, these people are bad, and then you just show up like, how's it going?
Holy shit.
My dice are on fire tonight, guys. Real low rolls.
And the Castellan says, Lady Imisaga, you will of course remain out here. And the lady says, of course, I have no business with the Shogun today. And oh well, lucky for you, you'll get to meet the Roju, Reagan Doji. And the doors open. And you
Reagan,
guys,
wait, who? Reagan who?
Reagan Doji, and you guys enter.
We don't know this name. All right.
There is a woman seated and a elderly man. You guys enter, and the monks close the doors behind you, and immediately Hanjo like drops to his knees and like prostrates himself.
Rawr.
Hero does the same.
Yeah, Yuboku gets
Yoboku, take her out, and then Sengoku too can start in earnest.
Katame also sits outside. By the way.
yeah. I have Katami stay out.
How polite of him.
Usually he watches guard for me. So
yeah. And this man looks like he's in the middle of a sentence. He says, he's like, Akame, you must be reasonable. This is the only path to peace. And then when you guys enter and the doors close, he like turns his head and Akame says, what is the meaning of this intrusion? And the Castellan came in with you guys, and he says, Lady Akame, forgive me, but Sir Hanjo has returned from his self-imposed exile, and he has men who wish to seek an audience with you. It is of the utmost importance. He like turns to the side and looks at you guys while you're like prostrating, and he says, allow me to introduce Sir Hanjo, Sir Yuboku Matsume from the Yaibu lands, and Hiro Deki, scion of the Deki clan from the Eastern Province. And like as he's like says this, like he says Hanjo, and you guys are looking down because you're prostrating. You hear like the sound of the Shogun Akame saying, "Oh," and then Yuboku, "Oh, okay," and then Hiro, "What?" And then you just hear uproarious laughter, just deep, booming laughter from this man.
Aw.
What is this? What is this jester you have brought in here, Mori? Are you a spy, young man? Deki! The Deki are dead. All of them. And he looks at Hiro and he says, show me your face, boy.
I look up.
He like stares at you. And then Akame also stares at you. And she says, you are Hiro Deki?
I have returned from my exile.
Your exile has not been kind to you. And this man.
I don't know why she would say that, because I used to be a fatty and now I'm a ripped hunk.
well, that's exactly why you got to go through some hardship to go.
Yeah, you survived.
I had to trade out my fat for all these stupid, sexy muscles.
Except for my butt. That's from drinking beer and sucking.
Reagan says, yes, certainly. It seems your exile, your survival in the woods has changed you. Lord Reagan, how do you know Hiro Deki? He's from the eastern provinces. I would not think a man like you. And then he says, it is my business to know. Allow me to finish what I was going to say. And then I will leave you, Lady Shogun, as you have other important guests to attend to. I'll tell you this once, and I'll tell you this again. Right now, Lady Akame, we are threatened from all sides. The only way to bring peace to Chusei is to end this clan system, the system of feudalism. You must step down. You must allow the emperor to take his place as ruler again. After you become the shogun, a true shogun, as the imperial law is placed down, you may then unify and bring peace to Chusei by wedding yourself to Prince Wolfen. And then he stands up and he says, this is the appeal not just from me, my shogun, but from the people stop their suffering and let us have peace. And then he stamps through the door and leaves, and it closes behind him. Akame like closes her fist. Hanjo, speak. My time is precious. Lady Akame, in truth, I am only a escort for my lord Yuboku. Sir Yuboku?
I need a second to calm down. Hero, if you would like to go first.
That's dangerous.
Like I'm visibly angry at whatever that guy said, and I'm still looking down. I'm not even like looking up yet.
Yeah.
Upon my return from my exile, I heard of the Roshigumi, and I sought them out as a way with which to restore the honor to my family's name. Upon arriving in city that I can't remember the name of,
Yamashi. Yeah.
after Yamashi, after defending Lord Kurama and Nagaki on their journeys there, I found that the Roshigumi were, in fact, not what they seem. And yet, I still hope to regain some honor. The years in exile have changed me, and as a child I was soft under my father's frivolous and deceitful ways. And although surviving in the wilderness has taught me much, I have come when I found that Hanjo was able to organize a meeting with you, Lord Shogun. I could not pass up the opportunity to ask for forgiveness for the Deki and to offer my clan whatever remains of it in service of you.
Sir Deki. Your father committed many war crimes after Yomi Shogun fell. The blood of many daimyo who were loyal to Chusei are on his hands. But he was executed. He paid for his crimes, as did you. You were exiled. And the Deki were disbanded. You're asking for the Deki to be reinstated as a clan?
I am asking for the Deki to be remade to allow me the chance to regain the honor that I was never given chance to have.
And for what reason do you think you have earned that honor?
I seek to earn it. I am an outlaw now. When I speak my name, people assume that I am criminal because that is what I am labeled. And so it is impossible for me to restore my name as I am a felon. If you were to reverse your ruling and allow my name to speak, my actions to speak for myself, then I could regain the honor to my family that my father threw away.
And for that you joined the Roshigumi.
Yes.
Roshigumi.
Aren't we the best?
Igaki was supposed to put together an elite unit of fighters. Not
Well, he
kidnap
fucked
a
that up.
baby. Not kidnap a baby and have a hand in the execution, the assassination of one of my greatest supporters.
If I may, Lord Agaki has a way of always giving more than what you ask for.
That's true. That is true. I'm sure then the reason why you have come is not just to petition for your clan being reinstated, but for the Roshigumi, isn't it?
My understanding is that the Roshigumi are entrapped within the politic, the shogun, of which I am far outside of my depth. My hope in meeting you here is solely for my own purpose. The Roshigumi are at the whims of the system. Although they hold hope and they wait for the moment when they may do their best.
You are correct. The Roshigumi are at the whim of the administration. You would be servants of the Bakufu, but the Bakufu is divided. And she stands up and she says, Lord Yuboku, please raise your head and pay no attention to the words of the Roju. Despite his plans and schemes, I will never follow his orders. I will never bow my head to that monster, the Prince of Kelda. Huh. Instead, I will have him bow his head as my sword comes down and cleaves it from his body.
Is she wearing her sword?
She is not. So she's wearing these ministerial clothes, but behind her is her sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the room at least.
You can tell
Okay,
she's
it's in the room.
uncomfortable because she's not spinning her sword right now.
Yeah.
Also, because there are strange people. Loud
I would
noises.
speak on Hero's case. It kind of starts my story, but were you not out in exile as well when your journey begun and called all the swords of Chusei to your name in Yomi province 5 years ago? Before you had ever had a chance to prove yourself?
It's true.
Oh, damn.
And the victor writes history.
Mhm.
If I had lost against the Toragawa all those years ago, no doubt I would be labeled as a war criminal and the Chugo clan would have been destroyed. But I cannot reverse the decision of my family so easily. The Deki clan deserved their punishment, and if it was up to me, Sir Hiro would be a foot soldier in the army, working his way up from a peasant soldier. Instead, he is still allowed the title of Kenshi. You are still a samurai, Sir Deki. Your exile did not strip that of you. But
He's holding my fucking sword.
but you must earn back your family's place, your family's prestige. And I am willing to give you the challenges to do so. But right now, damn it, I'm trapped. That man that you saw,
Damio got me.
Damio. That man that you saw was Reagan Doji, the Roju, the minister of the left. He was appointed by my grandmother before she passed 4 years ago. After her death, the administration began to split. That old crone always kept everything in order. Cruel as she was efficient. But now, the Bakufu has been split, and he is the leader of the opposition. You heard what he said. And if things continue to go the way that they are, I will be forced to abdicate. And more than likely, I'll be married off for peace.
My Damio, my shogun. I like allow me to speak frank for what if you will.
You may speak, Lord Yuboku. You have come a long way.
First I take the thing out of my pouch and it releases smoke into the room, and then a little bit.
Someone's like, no.
So I thought your book was about to give her a squirrel brain. I was like, oh.
No, I release a little bit of smoke, and then I take some bark out, and I make a prayer to Aona Kume. And this is a bear who taught the humans how to be domestic.
Yeah.
And how to
Ironic.
So anyways, basically, but smoke and bark is how you get his attention. And then I take my Wazakashi and clearly the Toragawa sword that I've named Toru's Claw, and I pull them out and I chuck them on the floor into the wood. And I like undo my armor and let it fall.
Uh-huh.
And then I like approach her, pulling off. So I have let down all my weapons, is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Showing that I have nothing on.
The
And then
Castellan like stands up, but Akame like holds up her hand, and then you guys can kind of see like beyond the walls, like from the entrance you guys came, there are guards. There are more like paper walls, and you can see movement beyond them as well. But then they stop moving when Akame holds up her hand.
I like pull off the wolf on my head, and Kevin, if you would post that picture I sent you.
Let's be frank. Like,
Wait. Oh, this one. Oh.
If he's married to Yaboku, Yaboku's like twice her age.
Exactly.
So I let my hair down. I'm approaching her with the wolf, and I'm like, this is Okayama, one of his last pups. Slaughtered by Wolfen in the defense of the Okayama lands. I've come a very long way. I was there when Wolfen invaded. I was there when he attacked. And then I've got that little top skirt thing or whatever, the shirt.
Yeah.
I lift up the back and I turn around.
Yeah.
And I reveal like a horrendous scar.
Yeah.
That is I can't feel my legs anymore. Wolfen did this to me. I did it to protect my son. But it did not matter. In the end, Wolfen struck him down after he crippled me and burned my city, burned my family, my children, my grandchildren, my wife. I assumed them all dead. I couldn't go through the remains in time. My companion outside, and I go to the door, motion to the door.
Yeah.
A wolf by the name of Katame saved me. Saved me twice, but the second time is not for this. Wolfen is here, and you know this, for he has been here for over 5 years, but he is pushing deeper and deeper. The bears are the bear. I can't remember their name right now, but
The Saijima. Yeah, Saijima.
Yeah. They've betrayed the rest of Chusei, and I ask you, on Chugo, the original shogun, he gave the Yaibu peace. He gave the Yaibu our land in the north and promised us religious and ruling freedom. That has been stripped from us now. Wolfen is here, and while we ignored your call 5 years ago, I am here now to answer it. Do not surrender to Wolfen. The people do not want this. They will never serve an outsider. Tradition is what is needed most now in these times. The Dorminians tried to rule us, and look what it has done to us. It has splintered us into so many fragments. But it is still all Chuseians trying to lead, not the Dorminian Night Lord. You ousted him with a party with names of Ulrich and Nagashi, legendary warriors. Ryzen Oru came to your own side, Akume in form, to raise a river and defeat the Toragawa on a field. Tradition calls to you, Akame, which is why I am here with the Yaibu, showing that you have been chosen by the Kume themselves to restore Chusei to its previous power. And I ask you, take up that blade behind you. Call your generals and stop this foolish political game that is being played in the capital, and reunite this land with strength. Peace is gone. That time is well beyond us.
And Akame turns around and she reaches for her sword and she picks it up. And when she draws the blade of the sword, icicles and frost comes off of the blade. And she draws it from its sheath, and then she stops. Would you both forgive me? for I have failed you, and I have already failed Chusei. The shogunate that I claimed and spent the last 5 years rebuilding was not able to protect your family, was not able to unify Chusei, wasn't even able to unify the Imperial Capital. And she sheaves her sword. Sir Yuboku, you honor me. Never before have the people of the Yaibu petitioned the Chugo clan so directly to unify the land. And with my heart, I wish to take this blade to travel across the lands, unifying each nation under the shogunate, to unify our brothers so we can turn our swords against the invaders from Kelda. But I cannot. My sword can only reach one person at a time now. The people who supported me have disappeared. My loyal vassals left me. And she holds like her hakama, and then you can kind of see in the corner of the room, there's like a small like picture of a guy wielding two swords and like
Where
some
did
spirits and shit.
Nagashi
Nagashi
go?
never would have left her.
No, yeah, we've totally though.
She told him to. She said he had to.
You're not a real boy. You gotta get out of real boy castle.
What happened? And she says, Lord Yuboku, now at this time, I am powerless. And she like falls to her knees and bows her head, and she says, I ask you, not as the shogun, but as a Kame Chugo, daughter of the Chugo clan, please help me. Help me unify this nation.
Ask for the
No,
sword.
did you say she got down?
Yeah.
Yuboku kneels down with her. If that is what it will take, I will absolutely help you unite this nation.
She says that she has to play the fool and act like she does not care about the Roshigumi. But in truth, what Inada and Agaki have planned is the only way to take back control of this administration. The opposition has a chokehold around her neck. They're using the control of the finances of the government to force her to do as they wish. Honor and loyalty is enough to motivate a true samurai like you, Sir Yuboku, and Sir Hiro. But for the common soldier, a wage must be paid. And those wages are held by Lord Joyo, who sides with Reagan Doji and the Imperialists. And the Castellan says, Milady, you're being too casual with these men, these Ronin. And she says, these men are not just mere Ronin. They are my soldiers. They are my Gokunin.
Oh,
Title upgrade.
we don't know what that is. Oh, as for her sword.
As for her sword, she's not going to use her sword.
Yeah,
She's not using
I
it.
would never ask her for her sword.
Yeah.
What's the Gokunin?
It's direct vassals to the shogun.
Okay.
Like an honor guard.
I have that in writing.
She can't put it down in writing.
I know. Sad.
Agaki said that we should wait for an investigation. But is there something that we could do? I am tired of waiting.
Currently, she has the spy master, Sanzo Saiki, looking into this Yatagarasu clan, the assassins behind Shiori's death. But Akami fears that this political conspiracy is even bigger than just Shiori. She asks that you investigate it, but also, since you're going to be in Yamashi town, that is one of the key points, one of the central points that Lord Joyo is using to expand his influence into the Imperial Capital. If you can somehow free it of his influence, then that would weaken him. And that would allow the Hedora, the feudalists, to gain more power in the court. It would help.
He will use his own ways against him.
The Roshigumi have already been finding a way to make the town better with our weight. So we have you have loyal soldiers already there working while I am here. While me and Hiro and Hanjo are here speaking to you now.
She places her hand on your shoulder and she says, Sir Matsume, even though it is not I who will be able to directly aid you, know that I am doing everything in my power to aid the Roshigumi.
I'm glad we have made the trip here. This has opened my eyes, and now we will fight ever fervent in your name.
That is more than I could have ever asked for. I thank you, Lord Matsume, for helping this young girl. And when she looks at you, her eyes are filled with fire.
Ooh, that's what Yaboku likes to see.
Damn, Yuboku marries Akame. Damn.
Let's go.
What the fuck?
I lost all my family. I must make new family.
Family.
I gotta go.
He's paralyzed from the waist down.
And then she says,
It's fine.
I'm just
she
kidding.
says to Hiro,
Yeah, I got a lot of questions about your biology.
Sir Deki, the Roshigumi is a golden opportunity for you. Your exile was a time that you served. Now it is your time to prove your honor and your loyalty to the Chugo clan. Perform well, and you will be rewarded. Your clan may even be restored to a position higher than it was before. Such is the way the Chugo clan works. A meritocracy. And the Castellan nods and he says, you would never find something like that in the Imperial Court. Huh. But Lady Akame is a true warrior, and she will reward her soldiers.
We will
Since
use
you are the
all of our wit, guile to overcome the Joyu clan and bring them into the fold. We will see in short time the Roshigumi and our allies persuade him.
And the Castellan says, the reason why the Ometsuke proposed the Roshigumi unit in the first place was to create a unit without lords, without clans, without families, without names, to hunt down corruption in the shogunate. So do your job. Hunt down the corruption. The Roshigumi will be legitimized. You will have your families back. At least your clans.
Malcolm, no one can bring your family back.
I'm just saying, that can help that to me.
We'll just have to make new family of all
I
these
feel like-
interesting and trustworthy people.
I feel like Yuboku is like reciting what like Akame says. He's like, and then she said we would get our families back, at least our clans. And then Hiro like slides in on Moyasu and he's like, I just have for you. Because your family's dead.
Oh shit! Just in case you forgot.
Almost like there's a lord who wishes I was his son, and his only remaining son doesn't want to be a lord. He
Bro,
wants to
that's
be a comedian.
That's a double-edged sword right there.
Yeah.
You gotta definitely think about becoming Agaki's son. I'm not kidding. That is a death wish.
Yeah.
People around him die.
So is being a melee.
Oh, wow.
Specifically his sons. And
Yeah.
usually he's the one that has to kill them.
It's not a good time.
Mayasa, you sorted too hard. We have to put you down.
He just like rolls out of his coffin to stab
that
you.
went better than I could have ever imagined.
that went really well.
So yeah, the audience ends, and
Now get the fuck out of here.
yeah, Kame says,
You gotta go.
thank you for making the trip. It would be best if you returned as soon as you could to Yamashi. Staying here in the capital only continues to endanger the political atmosphere.
The city life is not for me.
You gonna ask about taking Agaki with you? Like, what's he so fucking stuck here because of the stupid Shiori shit?
They're not gonna ask about that.
I think he's gonna be.
Did you? Are you gonna?
No, I know Yagaki's stuck here.
Yeah.
She just
Also-
said that this whole thing's stuck. We figured out the Agaki stuff before I ever came.
Yeah. You could maybe stop by and say hey, but
Yeah, well, no, I probably will. It depends on where he's.
actually, he might be angry. He's like,
I do ask if
listen.
we could see Lord Agaki. Yeah, maybe that.
But I mean, Agaki was also like, stay put and definitely don't come back to the capital, more or less.
She says
Stop, Onagaki.
it's
God
for the
damn it.
best. It's for the best if you do not right now. Lord Agaki is under extreme scrutiny from the opposition, as well as some lords in our own faction. I will prepare arrangements for your horses and supplies for the road. You should leave under the cover of night. Make sure that the other ministers don't see you.
We will.
And the doors open and the Castellan leads you out. As you guys are going out, roll me another d6, Braxton or Decky or whichever one you want. I guess
Well,
Braxton.
he left,
here.
so I'll roll you the d6.
Yeah, Braxton
See, to
here.
see.
All right.
Who's the next appointment?
All right, bro. All right.
Picking up my swords as I leave, chucking them back.
Okay, that's pretty good actually. All right, so Akame nods her head and says, "Roshigumi, I will be watching over you, and I will be listening for your deeds. Great honor." And when you guys go out, Amy Saga is out there. Is this Yuboku's new profile picture?
Did she keep the wolf hat?
Yeah, she'll keep it.
Okay, then
She,
this is my
like
new-
when you give it to her, she says that she
Yeah.
is honored.
Yeah, then this is my new picture because I don't have my wolf hat anymore.
But the wolf hat was what kept you looking young, apparently.
Okay, cool. This Ascension level 2.
I still.
Yeah.
So the 3 is the one where he gets the bikini.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess
And,
now I need to find a maimed half elf for mine. So
When you guys exit, there is a man familiar to Hero, and yeah, only actually to Hero, I guess.
Ooh.
He looks a little different, but you recognize him when you go out. Roju Inada, except he's wearing minister clothes now. His, war uniform. And when you guys come out, he's there and he's like sweating and and he like looks around and Imisaga is here and so is Shifu and Shifu is like petting Katame.
Yes.
Katame is, like,
good puppy.
yeah, Katame is like licking like his fingers and stuff. And Inada says, okay, so someone told me that there are Roshigumi in the capital, and now I see that rumor is definitely a lie. Definitely 100% not true. You guys have got to go. Lady Imisaga, can I rely on you? And the lady says, yes, I'll take them out the back entrance. And the Castellan says, Lady Imisaga, I will prepare horses for them. And Hanjo says, Lady Imisaga, it was good to see you again. And then she says, Hanjo, would you stop calling me that? You know you can call me Yumi-chan. And then Hanjo's like, I gotta go. We gotta go. We shouldn't be here.
All the spaghetti
Okay.
spilling out of my pockets. I gotta clean it up.
My knees are trying spaghetti.
How can there be Roshigumi in the capital Yoshigumi.
Yeah.
And then one thing before as you guys are leaving the room, Hanjo is the last person in the room, and Akame says to him, Hanjo, and Hanjo like turns around. Forgive me, Lady Akame, for returning again. You may return as many times as you wish, Hanjo, but I can tell it's not time yet. And Hanjo nods his head and he says, not yet. And you guys get on horses and you fucking sneak out of the house. And Inada walks into the place and he's like, you guys hear him yelling. He's like, that renegade, you can't listen to him, Lady Akame. You can't abdicate. Forget Prince Wolf and he's a...
He's a big jerk, and also he's 10 foot tall, so that's going to be real awkward. So you can't do that.
Real awkward for the consummating. Okay.
Listen, his dad thought about this.
We gotta prepare for. We gotta stop this marriage for dick reasons. Also, because the country would suffer. But
I don't know what you're talking about. Wolfen's a super nice dude.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
He just doesn't like Asian people.
Yeah. How about you ask?
Wow.
How about you ask Shiboku's wife about how cool of a dude he is?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So yeah. And as you guys get on your horses, you begin to ride out, and a man stops you and runs after you guys. Hold! The Shogun wished to give this to Sir Matsume. It is an engraved blade. The name means the first avalanche of winter. And he hands you a +1 katana.
Oh,
Nice.
People are giving Shiboku swords.
Fucking magical katana engraved with runes, castle forged, fucking Shugo sword.
So does that mean Hero gets your quality katana now?
Hero gets nothing.
No.
oh, I'm not handing him
The man looks at Hero and he's like, and he hands them a purse of 5 gold, and he says,
That's quite a bit.
for the Roshigumi.
Oh, you better split it.
It's the hero, right? Is that what you said?
Huh? He said it's for the Roshigumi.
But you gave it to Hero, yeah.
Oh, we're never seeing that money.
You better fucking split.
I mean, Yuboku saw him get the money, so.
It's a real shame that the Shogun only gave us 5 silver to split amongst the Roshigumi. If only the Joey wasn't holding their funds.
Hanjo, don't you think it is becoming quite late to travel all the way back to Yamashi?
It's true. Traveling at night is dangerous. What do you propose?
You are of possession of a residence, the capital, not? Could we possibly stay at your residence?
Huh. Oh. And he like turns and looks at the palace.
Or we might rent hotel.
Huh.
I think we should leave under the cover of night. If the rumor is already here that we're here, we need to go. We don't want to be found.
I think Hero's just trying to get room service out of Shogun.
No, I just want travel.
Want to sneak around. Okay, sneak around. Hanjo, however, says it would be best to travel, even if it is at night, undercover. In Yamashi, things are chilling. You guys are chilling, having your hot pot and bonding, and having a bonding. And a man walks in, flanked by
Is all the party there now?
Not
us two.
Yeah,
you guys are not.
Everyone's reunited.
The rest of not Hero. Yeah, I just didn't know if.
But it is starting to become late. However, the staff, while you guys are here, people have been coming up to you and they're like, "You guys are a Roshigumi. Wow, that's awesome!" And like, "Yeah, hey, I want to get some hot pot. The Roshigumi are having hot pot." And like they're all like kind of like freaking out and stuff like that. And
we should also consider just buying this place.
This man like comes in, and he's flanked by police officers.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm in trouble.
He approaches the table and he says, I am the Inspector General of Chusan Province.
Hello, I'm Kenji Kuroda.
I am Minoru Saito. And I'd like all of you to come with me. Da, 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 da.
Where are we going?
Jail.
Next time on Sengoku 2.
We're going to jail.